Hello, welcome back to Fierce Entertainment for my review of. Let's get the date right on this. Where's the date? When was this made? Okay, for 1985's Tovey Hoover, very unique vampire movie. 1985's Lifeforce. This is a new collector's edition in 4K from Screen Factory. And this one, they actually went all out on this one. They actually really gave you everything when it comes to this one. And what you have right here is, unlike The Howling, which I reviewed before this, this one is quite literally a HDR, Ultra HD, Dolby Vision. So, but what makes this one a little bit more special than The Howling is that this right here is basically what you would have in cinemas today if it was released. You have Dolby Vision plus Dolby Atmos on this movie. And this is compatible with HDR10 plus. So, yeah. This has Atmos on it, so very good, and it's a very good Atmos track, I might add. So what it has in terms of quality is first off, no reversible artwork, so this is this artwork you get, and it is a 3-disc set. Now, what is very sad about this particular release is that it's only the theatrical cut of the film that is in 4K. The director's cut of the movie does not come in 4K. That's in 2K regular Blu-ray instead. However, though, you do have a new 2021 4K scan from the original camera negative on both of the first two discs, which, of course, the first disc is the Ultra HD 4K disc. The second is the 2K regular Blu-ray disc with the brand new 2021 4K scan. And of course, obviously, theatrical cuts of the film, whether it be the 4K UHD disc or the regular Blu-ray disc for the theatrical cut, both come with Dolby Atmos audio sound capabilities. So let's talk about the plot of the film. From the director of Poltergeist and the co-writer of Alien comes a chilling sci-fi adventure of explosive action and pulse-pounding suspense. A mission to investigate Halley's Comet discovers an even stranger phenomena, an alien spacecraft. Following a deadly confrontation, the aliens arrive on Earth, where their seductive leader begins a terrifying campaign to drain the life force of everyone she encounters. Her victims, in turn, continue the cycle, and soon the entire planet is in mortal danger. And when the mission's sole survivor sets out to stop her, he comes face to face with the most beautiful and most horrifying being he's ever known. Will he be able to destroy the vampires, or will he become yet another victim of her fatal charm? Alright. But before I go on to talk about my experience with the film, there was this lad over at work who obviously doesn't work at JBS anymore. Now it tells you I work at JBS. It doesn't tell you what I do. It doesn't tell you where I work, so I'm okay saying that. He talked about a vampire movie made in the 80s with a very sexy female vampire. And I did not know what he was talking about, and I'm pretty sure it was this movie. Now, a very interesting concept. Outer space vampires. Yeah, let this sink in for a minute, because that's basically what this is outer space vampires. It's actually based on the book. It's based on the novel The Space Vampires by Colin Wilson. So there's actually a book this is based off of, at least somewhat. Obviously, the story and the script of the movie obviously are his own thing. That's just kind of more inspired by that book, because he actually did make a movie called Space Vampires in the 1950s, I believe. This is kind of a remake of a kind, but at the same time his own original story. Well, the quality of Lifeforce. The 4K in this one is very, very, very good. Is it the best the Screen Factory's done 4K wise with their 4K catalogs? No, it's not. I say that easily either goes to one of the 5 Halloween films from last year, or Prince of Darkness. Because despite how good They Live like Lifeforce in The Howling is a very film element looking, grainy movie. There are points in They Live that, obviously are very well lit and stuff like that. But Prince of Darkness, on the other hand, really brought that HDR-ness to the surface by having a lot of bright colors and deep contrast and dramatic ranges and stuff. Just makes it better than a lot of these. But this right here is very good. The colors still kind of remain neutral. This definitely, although it is designed for HDR10, still kind of has like that Dolby Vision film element look to it. As for the Adobe Atmos, the Adobe Atmos is not bad in this movie. Now, is it as good as Prince of Darkness and They Live? No, it's not. It's not. There are some that came out this year from Screen Factory in 4K that are as good as those two from 2021, but I would say that as far as holder catalog goes for scary movies, I have yet to find one at all out of their new releases of late that challenges it. Now, there are films from Screen Factory that are not actually horror films, like, say, Escape from New York, which definitely challenge Prince of Darkness and They Live. But as for audio, though, what you have is a very balanced sound presentation with a lot of overhead effects and good use of Dolby Atmos audio capabilities, but it's still very neutral. It's not dramatic. There's just not like major boom effects and crazy shit flying around you like it would be in a normal modern day movie, or something they really took more time on and really, oh yeah, overhead effects. Let's throw this above you. Let's throw that above you. Let's make this fly around you. They had plenty of opportunities to do that. They just didn't. There's obviously stuff above you. It's just not really loud. It's not dramatic. It's not like immersive, like, say, Top Gun, for example, to where you have Atmos effects in that movie to where you literally feel like you're inside the cockpit of the jet. Is Tom Cruise. This doesn't really do something like that. But for what it is, which is a remix from original stereo 2-channel sound technology from 1985, being converted into a Dolby Atmos 7.1 sound presentation, it's actually not bad at all for what it does. Now, my opinion of the film. Well, there was a film group back in the 80s called the Canon Film Group Incorporation. Well, they had a reputation for making movies that went to the big screen that are really, really cheesy movies. Films like, say, Missing in Action, in the Delta Force. With Chuck Norris, our Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, or Cyborg with Jean-Claude Van Damme, our Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. Now, are all these films bad? No, because they made some very, very good movies. I would say Cyborg's good. I would say, definitely say that Masters of the Universe is actually a fun movie. Is it a good one? No. But their bigger ones obviously would be Total Recall, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and Cutthroat Island. But a lot of their films are very cheesy, and this right here, although quite a theatrical presence, this film is a product of its time, and that cheesiness is definitely there. But for somebody like me who likes 80s nostalgic movies and noir, stuff like that, I had a good time with this movie. I actually don't have a problem returning to this movie because I actually think it's a good movie. It just has a cheesy thing. I mean, you have to like cheesy movies to actually really appreciate Lifeforce. And that's basically all there is to say about Lifeforce. Now, don't let that fool you. This film is a hard R-rated movie. There's a lot of graphic violence in this movie. So keep that in mind. And I'll see you guys next time for the next review. Until then.